get that day.
Up Norman.
Hero of the hunt.
No, you are not. LaGuardia, Cessna 365 now, 1500.
We are heading for the hunt.
Negative. Disregard that last transmission.
Okay, you need to return to LaGuardia.
Negative, that was transmitted in error. Take your hand off the mic, Norman.
We are going down.
No, we are not.
We can get a view. You want to try to land runway 13?
Negative, everything's fine here. We're continuing as planned. That's it, Norman. I'm plugging out your intercom circuit breaker.
Birds. What the deuce?
Oh, shitballs! No. Fucker.
Wilson, where are you? Wilson! I'm coming!
Shut up, Norman.
Shit.
Stop the stopwatch. Up we go. Oh!
When you... Oh, he's having a baby. He's lost. He's rocking back and forth. Look. So I have to start the whole shot again now. The whole thing all over again. And I said, right. 07020 knots. And I'm facing right into the window. New York helicopter terminal, and I can't remember the name of the fucking place, so now I have to go look it up. Here we are in Manhattan Heliport, and we're going to take off with this microlight. We're going to climb to the top of the building 3 times, come back, and then stop the stopwatch. So, where's my stopwatch? Bollocks.
I've lost an engine. I've hit the right prop on the runway. Just go down, just touch it. There we go. Good. Oh, whoa. Am I alive? Oh, Jesus Christ! Where's the runway? There it is. Oh yeah, there we go. We're gone. We're gone. That's what happens when you go below blue line speed in an engine failure. Come on, Dizzy. Hitch deck, there you go. Top's coming up, hold it level, it's going to stall, otherwise... Oh no! Don't do this to me! It's too late! It's too late! Just don't stall and go into the water! Oh my god! That is... Fuck! Adding power. And up we go. Oh, I missed it! Shit! I fucking crashed. Oh, this looks really bad. Brace for impact. I've got to try and stop this before the end.
No, try not. Do or do not.
Oh, thank God. Yoda, you are so wise.
Nothing more will I teach you today.
At last, I'm going to steal an airplane. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You okay? Yeah, can I have a look around?
You can. Can I help you?
Are these keys for Cessnas? There we go. Nice, simple start. In real life, when you're flying, you've got your life in your hands. So it's very, very important, obviously, to have the appropriate licensing, the appropriate training, including safety training, etc., etc. Whereas when you're at home in your flight simulator, there's no risk at all. Okay, she wouldn't even shake my hand at this point. It was going very, very badly, and I had probably made a fool of myself. But then it dawned on me, the 4 magic words: I have a jet.
How long we will fly with this ship?
We'll go around Wicklow a little bit.
Oh no, but when we will change the plane? You know, for the private jet, what you told me, champagne.
Oh yeah, I lied.
Hello everybody, and today is a very, very special video. We're going to announce the winners of the shout-out competition. This next channel is called Reaction Review, and I've got to say, for an X-Plane channel, this guy is putting in a lot of work. All right, I'm going to hit subscribe on his channel, and you should as well.
Now I've fucked it up again. I'm way too high, and I've got to do the whole shot all over again, which is fucking fantastic. Recording, sound. No! Where's rain? Where is fucking rain gone? Bugger! This doesn't stop now. I'll have to do this take all over again, and I won't be happy. I'll not be happy. Please stop. Please don't make me do this all over again. It's late at night. Please stop. Driving it in a bit. Hold on, hold it up. Oh, right. That one up. And now I have to do the whole shot all over again.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. Greetings, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Yes, you can. Welcome to another Sunday stream. A little bit delayed, but not really. It's now, a minute past. Welcome, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and you're happy with the sound. And let me know if you can hear the aircraft as well in the comments. 737 from PMDG is out. I've had it since the night it came out. They had a few issues with their servers crashing because everybody wanted to buy it at the same time, I'd imagine. And so the next day I got up and I got all my confirmations and downloaded, and it looks really good. It's an incredibly complicated aircraft. So I've had a few issues. Who else has had issues in the chat? Let me know. Because we're going to look at them very, very quickly before we go. Some of you are saying, not liking the jets, haven't flown one for so long. Neither have I, Davo. Neither have I. I did kind of learn way back in X-Plane the Zebo mod, and I was getting there pretty good, and I haven't flown it since. Oh, we got a bing bang. That was Skyhawk, and resubscribed for 9 months. Skyhawk, thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. I was on the Discord to some of you there I put up a channel for the PMDG on the Discord. I haven't got back to you because I was trying to figure out what the hell's going on with certain controls and stuff like that. I may have fix some things very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. The one thing I did find out, it's a bit choppy. The one thing I did find out was, very, very quickly, right? This won't take long, just to show some of you, all right? That if you're using the real sim gear, my television was turned off. Brilliant. Let me just take that. I've been at this all day. I've been at stuff and things all day, and during the week trying to fix things. But anyway, with the Bravo control column, for me, I went into landing gear. This is posted somewhere, and I did my normal gear up and gear down, but I made sure I had on release instead of on press. That's all I did, right? I validate that. And that's fine. It comes up twice for some reason. Blind save. So you do that for both gear up and gear down. That's all I did. Okay. Now, it keeps changing. Now, if I put the gear down, the gear goes up. And if I put the gear up, the gear goes down. But let's not worry about that now. So that was my problem. The second problem that you may have is you go down to put down the flaps, for example. So I'm putting the flaps up here. Okay. Now, if I put them down, now what I'm looking at is here. Oh, the flaps aren't moving, right? So the actual lever will work for you, but the flaps won't move. This is what's happening to me. And the same with the speed brake. So the flaps, the speed brake, and the gear was an issue. And lo and behold, I said, is there any failures in this? And this may fix it for you, okay? If you haven't found out already. So I went to the main menu. Now this is going to happen to me now because my flaps aren't going down, right? So it's got to be something to do with hydraulics, isn't it? So that's how realistic this is. Okay. So go to PMDG setup. Hope we get this right now. Go on. Go to aircraft. I'll do a video on this. Go to failures. And oh look, I have an active failure for some reason as default. Go to there, and I've got a hydraulic failure. Right. So how do you fix that? I go back. I go to all systems. I go to maintenance. Now I don't hit clear all, right? I don't hit clear active. I hit service all. Service all. Hit execute. Now, if I go back then to the main menu, or if I return here and return again, active failures are none. Okay. Next page, just to see if there's any. There we go. Loads of failures. Okay. And that's very complicated, but they've obviously stuffed it up, right? So now, look here for the gear. If I put the flaps down, just move the lever again. Please work now that I'm live. No. Of course, when I'm live, it won't work. Of course, it won't work now that I'm live. How embarrassing is that? So I'm having see, you fix it, and then it does it again. So it's very, very peculiar. So this is what I'm saying is it's going to be a messy stream, folks. I know I'm not I know that other people aren't having these problems. So there's something I miss. All systems. Maintenance. Clear active. Boom. Clear all. Boom. So let me know in the chat there if you're having any issues. I haven't got my... I wanted to do a review this week, and I thought I'd leave it for a little bit longer because, you know, I wanted to give them a fair go without moaning about stuff and things. But the flaps aren't working for me now. No. The last thing I would try is this. I'm going to go to PMDG setup. I'm going to go to aircraft, I think it is. I'm going to load... No, that's not it. You can load a state. Here we go. Load a state. And I'm going to go down to... Next page. Where are you? I'm going to go down... This may fix it. To runway. Execute. Hopefully, it will fix... There we go. I hear flaps going up now. I hear air conditioning coming on. Do you know what I think that was, folks? I don't think the hydraulics are actually set to on. Yeah, it's moving now, right? So I think of that state previously, it may have been. See, we're learning that the actual hydraulics, now in hindsight, which are up here. Let me show you. Now, I'm not an expert at this by any means. Is it control? Yeah. Where's the overhead panel? One day I'll be an expert at this. Where's the hydraulics? Navigation. Just to show you how we could have fixed that. The hydraulics are switched off. That's electrics. Now I can't see it. There's the packs. I think that's electrics. There's the pumps there. I thought I saw hydraulics earlier. Anyway, make sure your hydraulics are actually switched on. I'm just looking at the comments here to see if you can hear me. Yeah, captured today. Not going to use the A320. Okay. I'll have a look at the cruise. We'll have a look at the issues. So I think that's the hydraulic pumps. I was correct the first time. Okay. So they were off. So just make sure they're on as well. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, there's Colonel Clink. Let's see if we can get going. I will tell you what we're going to do. Greetings, Colonel Clink.
Greetings and salutations. How are we, everybody? I hope everybody had a good week, and we're going flying a wee bit.
Yes, hopefully I won't crash.
Yeah. So I hope you told everybody that we're flying the 737 today, like, because it's new and it's, you know, and I decided I fly the Ryanair livery, right? And yeah, so and I fly the Ryanair livery because they want to go international, and I think people should know about this, right? So our flight plan today, right, which obviously brings us from the Boeing field as we're picking up the new shiny 737, and from there we shall be flying via Winnipeg, which is obviously Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey, to Victoria, which is Charlie Yankee Bravo Delta. And yes, I know what you're gonna say to me, like, you know, it is not Winnipeg and it's not Victoria, it's Kelowna and whatnot. But if Ryanair flies to those places, like, they're called Winnipeg and Victoria because they're somewhat close to it, like, you know, so you get another 3-hour bus ride, and that is absolutely fine. Right,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're also flying VFR today, folks.
Oh yeah,
VFR on 737.
Yeah.
It's 737 VFR, which is madness, but we're going to do it.
No, it's not madness.
I'll tell you why. Because it keeps crashing on me.
No,
you know, when I do anything.
It's not madness. It's not madness. It's just Ryanair really doesn't have any IFR rated pilots, like they always fly VFR.
They do. Now, how many stops do we have? We have 3 in total.
Yeah.
3 stops?
No, just one stop. One stop. we take off in Seattle, and
Oh yeah, sorry, we're taking off in Boeing King.
yeah,
Then we're going to Kelowna International, whatever that's called, and then Bella Coola.
yeah, exactly. Like,
VFR. VFR.
And just to let you know, this flight plan is approved by Ryanair. Like, you know, I was talking to Michael O'Leary beforehand, like, you know, and it's absolutely what you want to do, and that is fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, I have a flight condition issue here, meaning that there's something wrong. Now, what's going to happen to me is the autopilot will disconnect.
Yeah.
After takeoff. We'll wing it, okay?
Yeah,
We'll wing it.
We'll figure it out.
And we'll talk on the way, folks. We'll chit-chat on the way about, you know... Oh, I have to sit F12 there. That's the Toby. Here, there we go. So we can do a bit of this. Bit of this fancy stuff. We'll roll out. Hello to everybody, by the way, who's joined us. Let me have a quick look at the comments before we go somewhere.
I have the brakes loose, I think, and we taxi a bit, shall we?
Yes, let me just get the comments up here first.
Okay.
There we go. We have on YouTube, we have In-Car Clappy D, Roseland 213. We have Equinus, we have Zombie Snack, we have In-Car Shuffle Shoes. Ian Pollard's with us as well. Ian, thanks a million. And on Twitter, we have loads of people actually. Wow. Oh, wow. Johnny F. Davo, DCS Ducks, greetings. Niall Simol. Greetings, Niall Simol, it looks like to me. Robert Times, Skyhawk, who just subscribed. Thank you very much, Skyhawk. We also have Tritz, and we have Alex, please. And we have, who else is there? Lieutenant Barn, who is the livery expert. Lieutenant Barn. And Alex, please. And Robert Times at the moment in the chat saying hello.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get at the cruise. Hope to God I can rock the autopilot.
Oh, sure. What can possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything can go wrong. But first, I'm going to put on some lights currently because, you know, lightage is very important just before I start taxiing. Because it just looks better with a few lights, you know.
Apparently, I'm clear to for takeoff. Like
are you waiting at the beginning of the runway?
No, I'm now on runway 14. Yeah.
Okay.
Runway 14 right, that is.
Great. So I'm just going to put on some lights here just because I don't want to be doing this when I'm trying to fly the airplane.
Okay.
I did... you could put in the flight plan manually into this. It works great. There's so much detail to this. That's why it's bugging up. There's lots of weird stuff going on. Not for everybody, though. So I just want some lightage. And that's why we're pretty much flying VUR, because it keeps crashing on me on one particular approach. And I don't want to take any risks. It crashes to desktop. So, right. I think it's time to brakes off. And I'm going to add a bit of power. Sounds of this is very good, by the way, folks. If you're thinking of getting this, right? I'm going to have a review. Yeah. I'm working on a review. I spent 2 days on the first 2 minutes. 2 days, the first, you know, not full days, but
it is actually very good. It also has the front cabin toilet smell. So it comes with the download, like, you know. So you get a wee little strip, like, you know, a digital strip. You print it out and you place it in front of you, and you get the smells as well. So it's absolutely fantastic.
Great. Now, autopilot. We're going to go to what, 5,000 feet first, roughly. What are you going to?
Well, I have set the altitude to 10,000 feet.
Oh, have you? Okay, we're going to go to 10,000 feet then.
So I have the altitude set to 10,000 feet. So first of all, I take off, right? So and
10,000 feet. What else do we need ready here, though? I need to have heading select on.
Yeah. So I have the initial heading select
altitude
of 14. Right.
Altitude.
So 014.
And of course, now my other controllers aren't working, folks, for some reason. Why is the throttle pinging up? Why is the throttle going off? What are you doing? Oh, that's the auto throttle. I don't want that.
Sorry.
I don't want the auto throttle.
Sorry. When I say so, my original heading is right. Forget everything I said. My original heading is 129, and then we have to change the heading, and that is gonna be roughly a track of 024. Right? So
Okay, well, I have the map thing here.
yeah.
You can hit VFR, folks, for your map. Oh, that's pretty simple. You do that. You can hit the VFR for the map if you want. It's a little bit choppy. Maybe the taxiing is weird. I don't know why that is. It didn't behave like this before. So all day, I got everything set up. My real sim gear was working.
Yeah.
The radios were working, and the SciTech panel over here.
Okay.
And everything's fine now. They're not working.
Okay.
Very displeasing. There's Colonel Clink in your Ryanair livery.
Yeah.
I am in an American livery, actually.
That's so displeasing.
Oh, there's another Ryanair.
You're like in the PMDG livery, like the.
No, American. Here, let me show you. Southwest.
Okay.
Sorry, they're all
So,
following me there. And
No, it's like no. I had to take the Ryanair livery because as I was talking to Michael early on, like he says, okay, if you do this, like here's a check. I can't for an undisclosed sum, and So
I'm gonna stop here.
I don't
Why
have a
is the
choice.
taxi doing that? It's taxis and then it doesn't taxi. Maybe it's there's so many bugs with this. That maybe it's the Toby. No, it's not. You see, it's straightening up there. See, I got full left rudder there, and it's turning, and then it's not.
In all fairness, for a change,
What's going on here?
don't really have any.
You don't have problems. I'm having problems up the wazoo. New problems every time I fly.
No, I did have a problem. Like
This is a new problem.
with the gear.
I know, but I'm having a new problem even getting on the runway here now. Full rudder. I'm braking on the right even. Let's move forward a little bit.
Okay.
There we go.
So are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything will be fine. Nothing bad's going to
so
happen.
brakes are loose. I just put the power in, right? I put. Whoa.
Okay, full power. Oh, you go first. Off you go. That's you.
So I put
You've
all
Sailor's
the.
Jack now in the way.
I put all the engine restrictions away. Like I don't like restrictions, right? It's the engines are brand new. Like I can deal with this. So I'm coming to
Okay.
V1 now. Like I'm all over the runway as usual. And
we want to be about there. Up we go.
So-
That's not going to tell strike like.
and
in
then
my-
we just rotate.
Now, just let me talk here for a sec, Colonel Clink, right?
Okay.
I'm going to run to this. Gears up. Right. Let's see if this is working here. Let's have a look outside. No, gear ain't going up now. Look, it's not going up. This is what's happening to. This is what this is why I'm dreading this stream. Gear ain't coming up. Right. So I'm going to go into the FMC. I'm going to go to PMDG setup. I'm going to go into aircraft. I'm going to go into failures. And
Okay.
oh, we have 2 failures now. All of a sudden, great.
Why do
So
you
what
have
you
2
do? Yeah,
failures?
all of a sudden, I know. So I want to go to all systems. I want to go to maintenance, and then I want to go to service all. Execute. Now the gear's going up. There goes the gear. See, that's what's happening to me, folks.
Okay.
Gears up. Buttons is kicking off. I want to take my heading now. Take a bit of power back.
So-
I'm over doing it.
While you fooling around, right? So I have my heading set.
I want to go this way.
I have the autopilot set.
Left.
It's like, and that is all fine. And now I'm just selecting my heading of
What's your heading?
024, and that should roughly get me where I want to go.
Sorry, what was it? 244?
024.
024. 024. Oh, I'm in the wrong way. Where am I going? Come on.
Right.
024. Come on, twisty. 024. Okay, that's set. Altitude grant. So if I hit on heading select is on, and vertical speeds, and then command A. Let's see if it takes it up.
And I switched the flight director on, and I set my
Right directions on both sides, and we are navigating, and it's climbing as I wanted at 850 feet a minute. We can increase that. 1200 feet a minute, and here we are, 1200 feet a minute. Come on up. Oh, that's 1400 feet. Okay, it's going back down. That'll do. So it seems to be working, because I haven't tried this. I've tried the fancy stuff. So we're up, we're off. And to all that hassle, I had 5 flaps down. So flaps are coming up.
And now I have my speed set, and you know, I just ignore the ATC. Like, you know, I think 250 knots is way too slow. I just go to 300 knots. Happy days.
So not the worst problems in the world. I don't want to slam PMDG, although I am frustrated because I'm not the only one. I'm not the only person having these problems. AT. Yeah, I don't want the auto throttle. So it's so involved that these things, I guess, are going to happen. But I'm learning stuff because, Colonel Klink, at one point, you know, I was going, why aren't the flaps going up? But it was set all right, but the switches for the hydraulics were switched off.
Yeah.
Do you know? So there you learn something. So it's kind of interesting. Passenger safety bus there, folks. Let's hit some bells. Yeah, let's hit some bells. Yeah, so you do learn stuff.
So I'm approaching my initial altitude of 10,000 feet.
Yeah, it's 18,000 feet for standard baro in America, isn't it? I'm going to switch to hectopascals because that's what we use in Europe. 1,000 feet to go. That's what that sound means. I know some things. I do know some things. Let's get the...
Yeah.
Let's examine. Let's talk about my... I want to have a look at the comments now. Now, Colonel Klink, as we're flying... Oh, we're not following the... Oh, yeah, I'm a bit off track here. That's why. I'm a little bit off track. Let's get my heading a little bit more to north, I think will do.
So.
Now, folks, for those of you wondering how the hell I'm getting around, I'm using this today. GTN 750, because we're flying VFR. So that's what I'm using. I'm not using the fancy stuff because, first of all, at the moment it's taking me too long to figure it out, and it'll be sitting here watching me trying to figure stuff out. But my first impressions, let's start with the graphics, I suppose. Let me get the chat up here so I can read some stuff. Let's talk about the graphics first. First time chat, Adam's handler. He goes up or up, he does as they... Okay, a nice one. He goes... Okay, I can't read that from here. Up, the guys, I don't know, that's slang. But welcome, Adam, welcome. So the graphics, Colonel Klink, what do you think of the graphics?
The graphics are fantastic. So I just decided to increase my airspeed to 330 knots.
Okay, so I better slow down here now. So, as you'd expect from PMDG, you know, every detail. There was something I found out today. It was just these little things, and I'm going, wow, they actually thought of that as well. So it's not just about the graphics; it's about the operational use of the aircraft. You know. Now I'm going to activate the auto throttle here, and I'm going to set the speed to, so I don't have to worry about it. Let's go to, what'd you say, Colonel Klink, 200 odd knots?
No, I'm at 330 knots at the moment.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to 300.
Because I can.
Yeah, I'm going to go 300. Let's see what ground speed that gives us. 300. I'm going to hit the auto throttle.
So that gives
me... activates the speed, and we should slow down at 300 knots. Great.
It gives me a ground speed at the moment of 388 knots.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So we've got a bit to go in the cruise. Great.
Yeah.
I'll change my heading a little bit. Now the Bravo heading indicator is working for me nicely.
So it's about...
And also it's turning very steep, which would frighten everybody. So here, on this little button, that's turning 30 degrees. See, it says 30 there and 10 here. 10, I think 15, 20 and 30. So I'm going to go and switch to 15 degrees. So it's backboard 15. So, yeah, the graphics are fine. The graphics are very good, very detailed, very stunning. And they're going to get better.
You got choices of a whole load of liveries and the winglets as well, depending on the aircraft you're flying. The sounds are absolutely stunning, right? I think you all know that by now. Ooh, look at everyone following me. Many liveries to come, I have no doubt. Lots of dirty liveries. And I am enjoying making my review for this. I am. Because it's such a fantastic aircraft, and especially that it's study level, Colonel Klink. I'll try and convince you to learn. I'll learn you.
It's
I'll
like,
learn you.
It's like it's fun. It's like you know, to hand fly this thing.
It is. Now you might say, "Oh, the circuit breakers don't work." They do in their other ones, but they'll have that. That doesn't worry me just yet, really, honestly. You know, the circuit breakers. But even I love this. Right, if the gear won't go down, and I tried this when I was having problems with the gear, because we're all having bugs with the gear, and you go, "Oh no, the emergency work." Right, the emergency gear down. And lo and behold, it does. So then I went, oh, it must be hydraulics. Is there some weird thing there going on? You pull those, and that's the emergency gear down handle. Apparently they're big wires that pull right. It looks really funny. But look how dirty it is. It looks realistic. You know, attention to detail. Hats off, folks. The fire extinguishers, they got the pins in there. And every single detail. The chairs, you know. It's just stunning. So the problems I've been having are just the failures. What am I doing here? There we go. Get my seated position. It won't let me go behind the seat with the camera, which is the proper order. There we go. So I'm very pleased. It's very intricate. It's very detailed. I'd like to talk to a pilot. I was watching a few videos of real 747 pilots, one video at least, and he was going, well, he was showing someone what to do, going, oh, they probably don't have that. And they did. And they go, oh, he's like, oh, right, okay. You know, with certain details and stuff. So, Colonel King, what were you going to say there?
Well, it's like I had to look at the left-hand side of the seat, like, you know, because now it's time to get the newspaper out. And they actually have a newspaper there.
What? No, they don't. You lie. Listen to the sound of the wipers. They got the wiper sounds here as well.
You must have gotten the cheap version from PMDG.
Yeah, I like the wipers. The wipers are very good. Just the sounds, the little details make all the difference. I probably haven't got this set up correctly, but what are you going to do? But yeah, it's quite involved. It's quite involved, really. Let's have a look at the comments, Colonel Clank. I'm going to have a look at the comments. Let's just my head in there a little bit because it's a little bit off. Got to keep an eye on where we're going. So yeah, there are a few little things that I don't know if it was me. Oh, it was me. Oh no, it wasn't me. Couldn't have been me. I was doing an approach into an airport and the sim crashed. Now it might have been the scenery. I don't know. I have to play around with it. But now that this is out, Colonel Clink, I want to get to do streaming during the week again. So, you know, I want to get to... they've even got the little checklist on the control column there. You know, I like that. Do these numbers even work? Oh, look, even the numbers work on the control stick. Wow, look at that. I can't remember what those numbers are for. Do you remember numbers, frequencies and things? You know, in the control yoke, on the right-hand side?
No, not the slightest notion.
It is for something, I just can't remember what it is. So every detail is accounted for. Let's have a look at the comments. So I keep saying that. Let's see if
Lieutenant Brand says he has not the slightest notion how to fly the 747 and it's probably crashing. Don't worry about it. I have not the slightest notion how to fly the 737 either.
I know. I'm going to learn. And it's once you know, once Colonel Clink you fly from a little short trip, let's say Dublin to Liverpool, for example.
Yeah.
And you figure it out, what you got to do, and the top of it gets very interesting, oddly enough.
Well, once you figure out how the FMC works, like happy days. Now, saying that, it's like I'm here at the ground speed now at around 400 knots.
The camera exposure is pretty washed out, people are telling me. And I'll tell you why that is. Weird things happened. Just before I streamed. That's why I cut the... You know, at 9 o'clock I had to cut the roll, the entry roll. So it is a little bit washed out. You're absolutely correct. Maybe a little bit too much. No, leave that there. I had all this set up lovely. You know, a little bit too much colour.
Ooh,
maybe?
big mountain is coming up.
Contrast. No. Saturation. Oh, that looks a bit better. Sharpness, we don't need it too sharp. White balance. Come on. Oh, that's an. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Does that look better? I think that looks better. Someone was saying the camera looks washed out. Exposure might be too. Let's try that there. Oh no, that looks terrible now.
So I'm gonna have a look around where everybody is.
Is that better? I'll put it back to this. Oh yeah, that's what it is. The exposure. Too much. I think that's a bit better, folks, is it? Anyway, you don't need to. Oh, I didn't save the darn settings.
It's like I'm looking outside here, like, you know, at the wings, like, you know, and you see the movement, the flexing in the wings, like, you know, that's absolutely fantastic.
I'm really doing this on the fly. This is sort of stuff I'd spend hours doing. You know, you can't just. I can't leave it alone. I think that. No, it's too bright. Or brightness maybe. There, maybe. There. The whites are coming up. Where's the white balance? There it is. Get rid of him.
I think at some stage we have to do a takeoff challenge. Never mind.
Well, that's definitely going to happen.
Never mind landing, but a takeoff challenge in Courchevel.
I'll have to fix the camera next day, folks. Anyway, back to the comments. Where did I get that? Oh, I'm going to crash into the mountains. Am I? 10,000 feet, going to think?
But no, I'm at 12,000 feet at this stage. Like, you know, that clears the wee little mountains, like, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I fixed Equinus. I fixed the camera exposure. Thank you for letting me know. Always let me know if you see something you don't like. Zombie Stack, I can't get a jet to save my life, but it's going to be great footage. I can't land a jet. Well, you will soon. It actually gets quite easy. In car, I think today's flight, 612 nautical miles, might be the longest for Sunday stream. Previous longest, if I'm not mistaken, was 402 nautical miles. But the 737 is a relatively quick jet. Time will fly as always. It does in car. It does indeed. Shuffle Shoes, hello Gripper, hello to you as well, Shuffle Shoes. In car, greetings Colonel Clink. In Pollard, my first time in a jet. This isn't going to be pretty. Well, this is great for me because, listen to me. I'll turn the sound here down. It's too loud. Let me zoom out here. I can't hear. This is great for me because, folks, I'm going to learn how to fly this again. And I want to stream during the week, okay? I know I keep saying that. It'll happen. You'll see it when it comes. But if I'm learning, you can learn as well. Because I make all the mistakes.
Yeah.
I make all the mistakes. So I did have it down a little bit. I kind of sort of figured it out. And I'll do the same. So we'll have a bit of fun with that. I have to get a schedule for during the week. I'll have to get my ass in order, you know. In-car says, everything will be golden. I'm only be worried if producer buttons goes nuts. Well, actually, one thing isn't going wrong. Producer buttons, by the way, folks, is asleep. Oh, my camera fell off. Great, everything's going wrong. Great. Yeah, sorry, I have to start to make you dizzy, everybody. Camera kind of came off there. Yeah. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So there's producer buttons there having a little nap. So producer buttons obviously has confidence in me today. So what else? Just a few more comments there. Current link, bear with me there. Florida fella, greetings, watch. Florida fella, O'Dale is saying hello to Florida fella. Where is Jack? Colonel Clink? What's his handle?
I don't know.
Are you with us, Jack? Are you going to say hello?
It's like I'm not sure if he managed to join after or...
Maybe he didn't. We'll see. He rang me earlier on, but he didn't answer the phone. So, Crash and Burn Gaming. Greetings. It's funny having English folk trying to pronounce our Canadian city names. I would say so. Dale Hoover says he likes West Air Airlines. Crash and Burn Gaming says, and I don't think you can land the 737 in Bella Coola. Yes. Most airports we're going to, folks, you shouldn't land 737. Sorry, the 737. No, it's no.
No, most airports we go to, you shouldn't land any of the aircraft we choose, never mind the 737.
Exactly. We're flying it like we stole it. And we're going to see, will I stop in time?
It's all a wee bit of like Air America-ish, so...
A little bit of crazy madness is happening, folks.
Exactly.
I'm going to increase our speed because it is quite a long run. So you're going 330, Colonel Clink, aren't you?
I'm going 330 at the moment, yeah.
I'm increasing my speed to 330, just below 335 now.
And I'm coming up Winnipeg. Kelowna.
Right, so that's the YouTube comments mostly.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm coming up there. I don't see nothing because I'm in the soup. Oh no, I see mountains now.
I think I might go higher.
So that is going to be interesting.
Well, I am flying quite low. We're not flying this very realistically, as you can tell. So as we're in the cruise...
What you talking? Speak for yourself, not flying it realistically.
Well, it is realistically flying. It is realistically flying. This DCX are getting the FA-18. It is realistically flying, but we're not flying it very like the real world kind of airline thing.
No, not by a long shot.
Not by a long shot at all. So let's have a just quick go with the comments on Twitch. Johnny F, greetings. Morning all, says Davos, I think it's Australia. Good time zone. Niles, I said hello to Niles. Who else is with us? I'll go to the most recent comments here. Just crossing to Canada.
So because I'm so close to the first airfield, I'm gonna slow down to something now 250 knots, because one big problem with those yokes is they're hard to slow down.
How do I reset my view? It keeps going to this particular view all the time. Control 1? Maybe it's Control 1. Yeah. So I go to Showcase View. There we go. Now. So besides the little kind of bugs I've been having, I'm looking forward to it.
Right, so I'm about 40 odd miles away from...
Oh, yes, I see it.
Winnipeg.
Hang on, I see it here on the map. Let me just get the map out, folks, for y'all. We're here. Charlie Yankee Foxtrot. What's this?
No,
Charlie Yankee Foxtrot.
It's Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey.
Why aren't we landing in this one here? Charlie Yankee Foxtrot.
No.
So it's Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey. I see it coming up here now.
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. So this is going to be how long is that airfield? Let me get it up here.
No, that is actually fine. That is let's call it the training airport.
Okay. I'm going to get Navograph up here, and I might do an ILS job.
6,000 foot or so.
I might do a quick ILS job. Rush. Charlie Yankee Lima Whiskey. Boom. Approach. What are we? We're approaching the northerly runway, are we? So that is going to be runway 34.
Yeah, something like that.
There's no ILS. It's only ILS for 16.
Yeah. And you have about...
I'm going to land on runway 16.
6,000 foot to play with. And the elevation is 3,088 foot.
Okay, well, I'm going to get the ILS working here, so we need to come down to... Oh, it's not a fancy one. Right.
No.
I don't need RNAV. I don't know if RNAV will work. I don't know. I'm thinking of the Airbus now. So I might come in 16. 4,200 feet. Okay, so we want to join at 4,200 feet. 111.3 for the ILS. So let's try and see if we can do this. 111.3. Where is the nav? There we go. 111. 111. No, big one, please. 111. Decimal 3. Boom. 111 decimal 3. And for the first officers, 111 decimal 3. 111 decimal 3. Boom. What else do I need to do? That's it? Is it? I can't remember. There's so much stuff here. Oh yeah, DME. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna see the DME yet, but I can put in the VFR, the VOR, if there's one there. And there is a VOR there, and we get some sort of a distance here. Oh, there's no VOR, no. Okay, we'll just have to come in. We'll go up to the north past it. We'll take a right downwind or something like that, you know. So what I'll do is, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go up here. Down here, descend down to 4,200 feet and hopefully join the ILS manually and see how we get on with that. Should have practiced this before I came on the stream. So crazy madness is about to happen, folks. Course, yes, thank you, Robert Simon. Don't forget your course bar. This is how I learned, by the way, to fly the 737, folks. Back ages ago. I know I forgot most of it. You know, the course bar. So that's very important. How foolish of me. The 159 you wanted the course bar. 159. No, the other way, please. There we go. The VOR not going to do any good, but that'll do, I think. That's all, if I remember. Now, let's look at the comments, so I might get some shout-outs there. Course both left and right on the MCP. Oh yeah, of course. We've forgotten about our first officer folk. 159. I'll follow your lead now. There we go. That's Robert Times giving me those. Nav frequency also left and right. That's done. Yeah, nav frequency is 111.3. Just double checking it. And I've got the nav frequency in the right and left. 111.3, 111.3. So that's that done there, Robert. Thank you very much. Why have we got a master caution here? What is this? Let's just make sure we've no faults that appeared. Let's just make sure that it doesn't pop up again. So I'm going to go to menu. FMC. No. What am I doing? Menu. PMDG setup. Aircraft. Failures. And great, I've none. Happy days. Just before we land. You know. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. So let's start descending then. Let's go down to... looks like we get 7,000 feet here. Boom. Let's start our descent rate. Go at 1,000 feet a minute. I think that might be too low. Wow. We're crossing over a few hills here. So we've got a bit to go. And maybe I'm being too generous with the 7,000 feet thing. Let's slow down. Oh no, let's not slow down. Let's keep going fast. Maybe 7 is a little bit too... Maybe that's a bit silly. I'll go to 8.5. Right. Very low. Very scary for all the passengers. One day, maybe, you know, they'll have screens.
Oh, they have
concerned
screens in the thingy-bob.
Oh, they do in what's it called again? Flight
Yeah, the rear
realistic.
flight realistic or something like that.
Flight realistic, yeah. I wish they had the
Oh, I'm overspeeding. I wish they had the... Now, did I disconnect the auto throttle there? Oh no, okay. Let's just slow down a little bit here. I did not. So let's go back to 300. Alright, let's start slowing down. Let's go to... We're very low above the hills here. Let's hit B there to get the QNH. And let's switch from standard to... are we in standard? No, I don't want to be in standard. Let's get that QNH. QNH, oddly enough, is 1013 here, apparently. Just standard. Now we can start descending that we've passed over this area here. And let's see if we can see the airport if it's in view. Let's have a look at the map view here.
I just decided 2,000 feet per minute vertical speed to descend. It's perfect.
Charlie Yankee. Oh, where's the one for the airports? I'll have to see it visually first because it's going to be a visual approach. Oh, there's Slurpy Jam. Let's pop outside very quickly whilst we're slowing down. That seems to be an airport by the river, I think. Just Colonel Clink ahead. Are you on final, Colonel Clink?
No, I do a completely visual approach here. Like, you know, it's like I follow the river and I hand flyer in. I don't do any of that fancy ILS stuff you do.
I just enjoy doing it.
None of them voodoo you do.
I just enjoy doing it. There's Zombie Stack, there's Jimmy. This game gets DCS Strux's Raptor and a whole load of Tongan, KJLS P. I see one there, PJ Orr, you're new, Rosen's new. Greetings everybody, this is Goofy. There's Thagun.
So let's slow her down now to, I don't know, 160 knots.
Yes, I'm going to start a turn now, I hope. Let's turn in, which... Oh no, we're kind of going straight forward here. I don't know where you're going. Let's descend another 1,000 feet. And let's slow down a bit more. I know, 250, we should be, you know, below, what is 10,000 feet, 250. I know, we're ignoring all of that. But we're going to 250 because it's hurting some of your brains. We're going down to 7,000 feet now. Where's this airfield? Can't see it with the cloudage. So it's pretty much ahead over here on this valley. Oh, I see what you're doing, Colonel Clink. You're going... you're following the valley.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I'm working on my review. I haven't posted my review in YouTube yet because... I know, surprise, surprise. I'm making a YouTube video. I kind of stopped it, not because of the bugs I was having. I just thought I should do a bit of research into it. You know, I know a bit more about the features now. I know I'm not a 737 pilot, but I can research what others are saying about it. Online and stuff. And just give a proper review, because it'll be there for a long time, you know. People start flying sims years from now, you know, and this will be out for quite some years. So I'm going to give it a good old lash with the review. I'm going to give it a good old bash, a bit of eye candy. And a bit of factual stuff going on as well. As much as one can, who doesn't actually fly these. But, you know, it's the sounds that I'm flying here are stunning.
So I'm just here, just smoothly following the river now. The airfield is somewhere behind the hill there.
Okay,
Soon I
start
can
going
just
downwind now.
disable the autopilot and just fly her in.
Yeah, I'm going to start turning for downwind here. I'm kind of guessing where I am. So if I go north for a while, or maybe 010, I'm a bit close to it. So with the ILS I want to come out. I'm getting a reading from the DME. We're 14 miles away here, which is odd because we're not facing... oh yeah, maybe there's an ILS on both ends, of course. So we're 14 miles out. I'm going to go out I'm going to go far out, no more than you know, no less than 10 kilometers, 10 nautical miles. I expect to see the runway somewhere here. I can't see anything yet though.
So I basically start giving myself like 10 flaps.
Let's correct my heading another bit. Because I need to turn. I'm in the first officer seat now. What a lovely view. Can't see no run. Oh, is that it down there? There's the runway. There it is. So we want to take the northerly runway. Or sorry, we want to take the southerly runway for runway 16. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in this side. Okay. And this is not meant for 737s, this airfield. This DCS Ducks is first there.
No, that one is actually fine for 737s.
Oh, it is. Okay, it's the next one that isn't.
Yeah, so I decided now it's time for 15 flaps or so.
Okay. 8,500 feet. I suppose I can start descending now to my base altitude, which is, what did I say, 4,200 feet. So let's start coming down to 4,000.
Gears coming down.
4,200. I'll double check that now. We want to go down.
Okay.
1,000 feet a minute will do. We're 250 knots. I'm not going to start slowing down now. There's everyone else going in. I'm going to start the recorder, folks, before things get busy, because something's bound to go wrong. So the recorder is started. I'm going to take it in hopefully with autopilot first, and then we'll go switch to manual. We've got good frames. Actually, I didn't notice any drop in frames, I have to say, on this. No, I didn't, you know.
No, not really.
Didn't go to check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, please block your ears for landing. Oh no, this light stuff goes on the APU. Oh, now, yeah, okay, so there are some things, at least I am sure of. Auto brake, put that to 3. We can arm our lift dumpers. Now, is this going to work? I don't know if they're armed. Autopilot disengaged. That's because I hit something. I hit the speed brake. How do you arm the speed brake? I think they're armed already. Are they armed? Do I have to just do this? Okay, now they're armed. I hope. Is there an indication somewhere that says the speed brake's armed? I don't know. Gear's going to come down shortly. I'm going to start lowering my flaps. Let's start slowing down to 200 knots. The flap schedule. Oh, I can put one flap down now. Alright, so we're below 250. Flaps 1. So let's start slowing down. We ain't slowing down because we got idle already. You'll see here in N1 it gives 33.6. That's because they're windmilling, isn't it?
2,500.
Yeah, I'm going too fast and too high. Because I'm descending quite rapidly. But that's okay. We've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. So now we can put down flaps 1. Please work flaps. I'm looking here. The flap indicator. Flap 1. Oh, you want to see what I'm doing with the controls. Let's go. Oh, would you stop that? Damn you, sir. Let us get the camera organized. Producer Buttons is being very helpful. Producer Buttons is wondering, what the hell, who am I talking to?
Caution,
Well,
terrain.
So I'm on short final here now.
Caution, terrain.
Alarms going off left, right, and center. I don't care.
Caution, terrain.
Interesting. Okay, now
Caution,
where am I?
terrain.
I have gone past the runway. Okay, now I'm going to turn in for the ILS. Let us get our heading sorted out. So we're going to take a right turn. I'm really I'm really now 160. We want to turn sharper than that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm really chancing my arm here. Let's turn up to 30 degrees, Mr. Autopilot. Let's slow down now to about 180. I'm just guessing. Second stage of flaps coming down.
Now, I parked the aircraft here, and
Second
then
stage
you
of
can
flaps.
see how I do a short
I'm
field
going
landing
to
with a
5
737.
flaps. I know, I wish I was down there before you so I could see it. That's 5 flaps. Oh, we're in 5 flaps. 250. Okay, fine. And we're... Am I reading that right? Okay. Let's drop the gear. Oh, let's have a look at some eye candy. The gear's coming down, folks. The gear is down. Now, where's the ILS? It's over to our right side, so we have overcooked it. Overcooked it.
Okay, when I only figure out how I can switch this alarm. Everything is green. What the heck?
Okay, we're still below the glide slope. Let's turn in. I want to get that 1.6. So I'm going to go 180 for the moment. I am looking, folks, here. Oh, look, that's not good. The glide slope's coming down here now. So we're gonna get the glide slope for the localizer, which is bad. Which is very bad. That's what happens when you don't plan your flight. Come on. Come on. Maybe a bit more. Let's just really horse it in there. Approach course 159. Come on. Come on.
Right. So
Decluttering.
it's like let's switch the Toby off and let's go outside. I want to see how short.
Here we go. Okay, I've gone past it. Don't go half scale or I failed. If I go half scale, I think to myself I failed. I have failed.
You
Half
failed?
scale.
Did you crash?
No, I'm just displeased with myself. Next stage of flaps, slowing down.
Yeah. No. No, you,
Okay, let's go manual for the moment.
You definitely have to have a look when you're on the ground from the threshold
Go
right
manual,
to
don't
where
just
I
pain in the
stopped.
ass. Autopilot off. Flaps coming down. Little stage of flaps. We'll catch it. We'll catch it. I can't see the runway at all. I'm guessing.
There's the runway. I can see the runway. You're looking at it. You're flying straight towards it.
Just, yeah. Oh, would you stop with your bum bu- What's the buzzing? How do I stop that buzzing sound?
It's the autopilot.
Yeah, I know, but
Some bizarre reason. Switch all the other stuff off and switch the autopilot back on.
that's very annoying.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I've disconnected the auto throttle. Thank you very much. That's very annoying.
I know.
No.
1,000.
Okay. I don't want the autopilot on, you see.
Caution,
Come on.
terrain.
Oh, wow, the throttle's gone crazy.
Caution, terrain.
Okay, we're too low now because I was dealing with the...
Light slow.
I want to get on... Now we're on the localizer-ish. Oh, I've gone past it again because I'm too low. Only I'm much better at this. Really.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so annoying, that noise. That is just ridiculous. I'm 3 miles out for crying out loud. It's behind that hill. I'm making a dog's... Where's the runway? I am off by a long shot, I think. That noise is just ridiculous. How do I switch that off? How do I get rid of that?
Well, I switched the autopilot back on. The command on the left hand side.
Let's go around. A crazy go around. I want to get this. This is annoying me now. I failed. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it down, Kern Clink. Sorry, I won't do this to you in the next one.
Well, you can't do it in the next one. It doesn't have an ILS.
Well, it's probably better for all concerned. You know.
Caution, terrain.
Let's start climbing up. Producer buttons, please go away. So north again. Okay, so I'm gonna just try that one more time because I won't be able to live with myself. I know this is not a proper go around, folks. I leave the flaps there at 10 degrees. I just gotta do. I could hit the Y button. You shut up. How the hell do you fly these things? Okay, I'm gonna hit the Y button so I don't waste everyone's time. Because you know I can fly it. Now where is the darn runway? There it is. There, look. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste any time. It's just that just bothers me when I don't get it quite right. Come on. This is what happens when you don't have a checklist. Come on. No. Yeah. Get rid of those. No wonder the thing was going on. And let's get the ILS down. Stop my heading. I haven't done this for ages.
No, not to put any pressure on it, but I got applause, like, you know, which is unusual. Actually, there's something missing in the cockpit. The button for the trumpets.
I don't want the autopilot. See, I don't want the autopilot at all. Just go away now, autopilot. Just entirely go away. Do you know? The autopilot is really upsetting me. Let me know in the comments how I switch that off. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to get back in the ILS. Gears down. Flaps are coming. No, we're going too fast. Let's get the speed brakes going. More flaps. Oh, that is not giving me a correct indication at all. I'm making Haynes. I know. The flaps are too high. The ILS is not reading correctly at all. I can tell you that much. It's showing it's to the right as I'm facing it, so that's not working. Only the glide slope is working. I'm going to crash. Stop with all the noises. Go away, autopilot. Is that a bug? I don't remember that happening the last time.
You just have to, you know, soldier through the noises.
More flaps coming down. Because I haven't got things set, it's freaking out. The gear is down. Oh, it's not down. I have the gear down on the handle. Will I get down before? I get to, the gear. Well, I'm going to hold it off for as long as I can to give the gear time for the gear to come down. I got 3 greens. Madness, I say, madness. Bit pitchy. Here we go. Reverse thrust. Brakes on. Get on the center line. That noise has got to stop. There we go. 80 knots. Manual braking now. Easy.
No.
That noise is driving me demented.
Now, when you stopped, right, just get out of the thing and look where you stopped, and look on the other side of the runway where I stopped.
Ah, the taxiing's gone all nuts, man. It's not taxi.
I stopped way
not
before
taxi.
the taxi.
I know, I was going too fast and everything.
It's just
And
blaming
speed
you.
brakes down and everything. I'll just park up here. We'll have a look at the review. We're going to take off up here, aren't we? We're going to come back up here. All right. So let's just have a look here. That is very annoying. Is that the fuel? No. What's he giving out about VFR? I need to figure out how to stop that. That is very annoying. That is incredibly annoying. What are you babbling on about?
I can't fly the rest of the stream with that sound going.
The sound will come out. Just double click the autopilot twice or something like that.
Nope. Nope.
No, it's like the autopilot. Click it twice.
I just did. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get this sorted. PMDG setup. Load. State. We want... taxi...
Anyway, it's
taxi... or runway. Execute. Please reset everything and stop that noise. PMDG. No. No, it won't do it. Oh, is it the auto throttle?
It's like what I would say. It is also good time for, you know, the break.
Yes. Is it that much time's passed? Okay,
Well,
let's break, folks.
Well,
And let's see if I
we
can
have
fix
only
this.
one leg left, like, you know, to go into
Yeah.
Bella Coola.
And we might do something crazy like land in where's that cool short landing place? Where's the famous place in the mountains? Carn Clink, what you call it? Courchevel.
Courchevel.
Okay, I'm going to try and fix this, folks, and we're going to have an intermission for exactly 5 minutes, and I'll be back. Let me know in the comments how to stop that damn sound while it's on.
And now, let's enjoy an intermission. We hope you filled your snack bar full of tasty treats to eat and drink. Perhaps a tempting tasting hotting dog, or a thirst-quenching sugar drink. Some fresh crunching popping corn perhaps, or an assortment of sugar-coated sweetness. Even enjoying a sickness stick. We've plenty of time, so visit your snack bar now. See now, Mr. and Mrs. Barker enjoying and gorging on the lovely treats with their lovely children. You could be doing this too, you still have time. And for those of you tea lovers, let's have a look at some tea-making tips. Yes, the most important tea-making tip, of course, when you have time, is to use the right mug. Yes, the right tea mug is always the right way. Look for the Grippersim tea mug. Yes, it makes your tea taste 20% better. Now, don't worry, you still have plenty of time to make your cup of tea. Mrs. Ainsley Creetrap, what do you think of drinking a cup of tea from the Grippersim mug as opposed to the normal mug?
Lovely. It's not everyone who can make a good cup of tea.
Splendid, Mrs. Ainsley Crabtree. Now, here are the ladies discussing the 6 points of making a good cup of tea, and of course, the Grippersim mug will be included. Which number will it be?
Can I remember them? Of course you can. Try now. All right, here goes. Number 1.
Obviously, the Grippersim mug.
Always use a good quality tea.
Yes, of course.
Good. Number 2. Always use freshly drawn water, right?
Number 3.
Number 3. Remember to warm the teapot or urn. Everyone knows that one. And number 4. Measure the right quantity of tea for the amount of water in the pot. Very good. Number 5. The water must reach boiling point. Pot to the kettle, not kettle to the pot. And the last rule, number 6.
Here we go.
Let the tea brew for 5 to 10 minutes.
Damn your
before
eyes,
serving.
woman. God bless. Grippersim tea mug.
Where does it all start? Sometimes here, with an acid stomach, or here, with tense, upset digestive nerves. It may even reach here, with that fuzzy, achy feeling in the head.
Are you suffering from intermission anxiety? It's the acid tension trouble triangle you're suffering from. Yes, now there's a new anti-intermission liquid, Peptus Liquid Elixir. It will break that bothersome intermission trouble triangle. It is fast-acting liquid, has no need to wait for it to dissolve as it's in liquid form. With unknown ingredients, it will settle acid in your stomach and those nasty intermission blues. Side effect of Peptis may include constipation, skin rash or dermatitis, diarrhea, dizziness, drowsiness, dry mouth, severe migraines, insomnia, suicidal thoughts, abnormal heart rhythms, internal bleeding, cancer, loss of sexual appendages, funny walk syndrome, loss of hair, reddening of the hair, big red nose syndrome, whitening of the skin, unusual voice patterns, childish behaviours, a propensity to blow up balloons, death. Break that intermission trouble triangle with Peptis. Yes, Peptis available somewhere.
Just a minute, folks. Yes, that's all it takes to visit our refreshment counter in the lobby. There you'll find popcorn and an assortment of popular candy bars to please every taste. Try one of these delicious candy bars. Big time.
Ingredients include chemicals derived from petroleum.
Butternut.
Preservatives including sodium benzoate and sulfur dioxide. No nuts included.
Milkshake.
Including wood pulp and duck feathers as fillers.
Payday.
Including propylene glycol, carcinogenic flavorings, including trace elements of starch, strychnine and lead.
Topped with Hollywood's super-rich coating of the kind you like best. They taste wonderful, they're delicious, they're nutritious. Get one at our confection counter in the lobby now.
And now a word from our esteemed producer. Such kind words. And now back to our normally scheduled programming. We're back. Now, I'm just curious, if before we take off Colonel Clink, right?
Yeah.
I've got the I'm just going to hit the Y button and see what went on with the ILS there. Oh, I can't do it in the cockpit. Anyway. No, I can't do that in the cockpit. Anyway, click ages. But I did read somewhere that someone was complaining about the ILSs were off. Now, I did make a hames of it in all fairness as well, but I did notice it wasn't giving me any logical indication with regards to the localizer. Anyway, I'll work at that out during the week. So, I think VFR from now. VFR, Colonel Clink, would you agree?
Okay.
So, are we all...
VFR was easy.
Let's see, it would have been easier for me to fly VFR.
Yeah.
Where's everybody gone? Oh, there they are. It just... Everyone disappeared there except for 3 of us. Unless everybody... You know,
no,
I'd say what happened is everybody... There's only 2 of us left. There's 2 other people... There's 2 other people here showing for me, and I would say everyone just left because it was such a sham of an ILS approach, and everyone's disgusted. Producer Buttons walked out of the room at that point as well. I'll fix it all. Can't you see? I'll be an expert at this, Colonel Clink. Right, let's go. Full power.
I would just go? Okay.
Yep, I've got a master caution again. Okay. Great. We'll figure it out as we climb. Now the master caution's got off. We've got 5 flaps. Throttlers are up.
The engine's screwed up.
Landing lights are on and all that kind of stuff.
And there we go.
Speeds.
We are rolling.
Oh, now I've got a flight condition now. This error's happening. I'm going to go anyway because it's madness. There's 100 knots. About 120 will rotate slowly. I know you can't see my stick there. There you go. There you go. Oh. Come on. Back we go.
So, we're past V1.
Gear up.
And she just comes up nicely. Lovely.
Gear up. Heading book.
Gear comes up.
Okay. Is gear's not going up. We have a gear problem. Again. I think that's why people watch it, because you see gear's not coming up. So once again, let's take it easy. 200 knots, keep climbing. Do our gentle turn, and let's get rid of the control column for a bit. FMC. No. Menu.
Okay.
PMDG setup. Aircraft.
And our track is going to be...
failures. All systems. All systems. Maintenance and service all. Execute. Why do we have that as default? Now the gear's going up. Flaps coming up. And are we on heading? Where am I? I'm going the wrong way entirely. Let's take... What happened to my controls here? There we go. Oh, a lot of power on still. Easy.
So,
Flaps are up. The autopilots. Someone said hit the Z key. Thank you. Who's that? Few of you said hit the Z key. That was... Thank you. That was 6 knots. Thank you, 6 knots. I remember you from helping me out with the Airbus. 6 knots. Wasn't it you? And dropper times. Same as the autopilot. You have to press the arm auto throttle command twice, about 2 seconds apart, to stop the sounds. Maybe you switched off the arm autopilot. I have to learn about that now. Oh, it'd be useful not to descend whilst climbing. I think that would be handy.
That would be helpful. So if you press the VS button, and then
yeah, I'll just get myself manually stabilized here first.
Oh, I did already a smooth transition. Like, you know, it's like I have the newspaper out again.
I know all my buttons and switches aren't working. And it's my arms are all over the place. So this not working now, and this is working. And it's awkward to use the mouse with the sim. So you want a heading of, I'd say 300.
No, the heading is 280.
I'd say for me now at the minute, because I've gone off a little bit, I kept going straight. I'm going to try and start keeping it legal now, so I want to remain under 250 knots until I pass 10,000 feet. So I'm 228 now at the moment. That heading will do there, 300 will do. Great. Now let's play with the autopilot. I love the sound of the trim wheel. I love the way they've done that action. You know, look at this. You know, they've even got the little thing you pull out. You know, can you pull it out? I don't think that would make any sense. Right. Now autopilot. So let's set it up. 10,000 feet. Okay. 10,000 feet. That's fine. I'm going to level off 10,000 feet initially. I want my speed to be. We want to go fast because it's a long old trip, folks, isn't it?
So the next leg is about 340 nautical miles.
Oh wow. Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna go 300. I'm gonna go right under V and E.
So I'm gonna set my altitude now to 15,000 feet, I think.
There's 10,000 feet. You fool.
And I'm gonna go vertical speed to 1,500 feet per minute.
Flight directors on. The flight directors are on. And let's see if I can do this manually for a while, because this is the guts of it, really, isn't it? Trying it manually, Karen Click. 2.5 degrees might do it. And the pitch, let it accelerate. Coming down to 10,000 feet manually now. So I remember saying to people, you know, before you start fecking around, fly it manually for a while. I'd like my heading bug. There it is. We'll go 300, as I said before. 300. Auto throttle's armed, 300 knots. I think we'll go 330. And we'll increase as we go. Now that's 10,100. A little bit of forward trim. Let's come back down to exactly 10,000 feet. So flying manually, it takes a while, but once I think I got used to this, and I was doing all sorts of stuff. It's coming below now. Right, 20 feet. There we go. And I'm on track. So I won't get it perfect. I'm not gonna. I know that much. But you know, 50 feet or so up and down. I'm looking here, by the way. This is where my eyes are only. So if I just zoom in there, right? Now the problem with this now, I'm fixated in one place. And I've trimmed nose down all the way. There's no more trim left. And now we got a bit of overspeed. So I didn't ask for... Oh, no, I didn't hit the speed button there. Now it starts slowing down. That's overspeed. Note to self. Hit the speed button. 330. It's going to start slowing down now. Let's get back in heading. Great. Okay, so now I think I'll activate the autopilot. Command A. There we go. Hand off. Now that you were saying hit the joystick. Will that disconnect the autopilot? No, I haven't set that up. So Z key. I think there's a button on the control column to disactivate the autopilot, and that's what they were looking for, I'm thinking. But I thought this did the same thing, but I don't know. So we're kind of going where we should be going. We're in the cruise, and what else can we play with? This is an international airport we're going to, isn't it, Karen Clink?
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's not. I keep forgetting. That could be for during the week while I'm figuring it out and everyone else is helping me. Let's see what the comments there are.
So
let's have a look at YouTube.
Where we going? It's
oh god, this is sexy chat again. Sorry folks.
Absolutely regional.
The channel. Sorry for all the sexy chat stuff. More spamming. Hydraulic pumps. Yes. I don't know what that was referring to. 7W hydraulic pumps. Yeah, that was probably from earlier on. The hydraulic pumps. I did figure that out, and they are all on here, isn't it? So that's great. That was an issue for me. But the only issue for me, and it's only me, is that the failure is activated by default. I'm sure I can fix that. So the only issue I think with this PMDG 737 was with the Bravo throttle quadrants. I don't know if it's their fault. I don't think it is PMDG's fault. Think of all the stuff they have to account for, Colonel Keeg. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they go, well, it's up to fucking the Honeycomb to fix that. It's not our problem.
Well,
I don't know.
It's like it would be nice. It would be nice when they, you know, doesn't matter if it's Microsoft or this and that, the other. You know, whatever stuff you have, if there's just a profile for it.
Yeah, I know. I could say the same thing.
You know, it's like rather than figuring out for a week, you know, what do I set the blooming thing to?
I agree. It's driving me mad. I'm just trying to be. I could lose it very easily and just go, you know, they threw it out. I could easily say that, look, they just threw it out. And to hell with the bugs, they'll figure it out themselves, you know. Why is my heading not working in the autopilot? I have heading select. Oh, it's disconnected. Heading select, please. There we go.
I mean, either way, I'm sitting here lovely in a cruise at 15,000 feet.
I'm going to increase it to 35 knots. 335, so we've got a bit to go. I'm just going to put on some lights on, and I'm going to have a look at the comments, see if, because I know there's people on that know an awful lot about these airplanes.
It's Johnny F is like flying behind me. Information.
Oh, another bing bang.
That's very well done, Johnny F.
That was, sorry it didn't display on the screen, it was my head on as well. That was the Silent Coyote. Oh, the Silent Coyote's back. Has resubscribed Prime for 6 months. Silent Coyote, thank you very much. And before that, an hour ago, I didn't see that. F1 Racer Dan subscribed on YouTube. And before that, Skyhawk61 resubscribed for 9 months. So thank you very much for subscribing, everybody. I think I should make a schedule during the week. I think I can do it. I think at least one day a week. Because if I can get on what I did before, I think was I just came on.
Yeah.
If I have hours now, a few hours, and I just come on and stream. But people want a schedule, and I need a schedule. Because if I learned an awful lot about the Airbus, you know, the last time I streamed during the week. Because people come online and they help me, and it's great. And then in turn I help others because they're watching. So, and it's great fun to learn like that because they're shouting at you, you know. And you look at the comments, you look over at the comments, you go, oh right, yeah, sorry, I didn't. Robert Times is saying, remember this phrase when turning autopilot and auto throttle off. Click, click, plus click click. One button on the yoke left hand and one button on the yoke the left hand. Really, I don't think I have them set up though. So there should be an autopilot, if I remember correctly, on the control column itself, but I haven't set that up. So what you're saying, Robert, is I need to... Oh yeah, but not too fast. Okay, I don't think it's set up though. There's an autopilot disconnect to the control column. Let's get the control column up again. Yes. So, you know, 10,000 feet on this kind of stuff. Flights come on, and we go change from standard borrow, isn't it? We go to, well, that's the transition altitude. That's changes. So now in standard now. So I might climb up a little bit. Kind of think we might get a little bit faster now. So I'm going to climb up. I'm going to climb up to 24,000 feet for no reason at all.
So what's your ground speed at the moment?
Good question. I'll tell you now in a sec. 20,000 feet. I'll just zoom in so you can see what I'm doing at home, folks. So I've set it here 20,000 feet.
I'm at...
I'm furious my real sim gear isn't working.
I set the airspeed to 330 knots, which gives me a ground speed of 406 knots and TAS of 417.
Sorry, say that again. I was talking there.
At 15,000 feet, like... So, have my airspeed, indicated airspeed set to 330 knots, and it's a ground speed of 406 knots and true airspeed of 417.
I'm just trying to adjust the cameras, folks. Okay, great. There we go. Nice slow camera movement. Let's decrease the angle. It would be nice for your controls. You notice the way I come on, and I'm trying to with the Stream Deck. I'm trying to desensitize the Xbox controller, so I can, you know, when I move the button fully forward now, it's nice and slow and smooth. I'd like to have a reset button for that. I don't know if there is one, but as you can see here, right close in there for the graphics, it's all very detailed. That guy there, so some sort of Peter tube. Even the engines. Now I have to say the wing flex looks random. I could be wrong. Look at the wing flex. It's there, but I notice that when I thump it down, it doesn't go wobble like the real thing, or at least like X-Plane. See, that wing flex looks like it's randomly put in. That's my guess. Oh, I'm inside now. Sorry, folks. Let's go out the window here. But, I mean, it's nice to have the wind flex for the window views, you know. But I'm not going to... I mean, who was to think we'd have this kind of high fidelity flight simulator a year ago? So, I can see the wing flex on both sides. So it looks pretty cool. Is it bumpy? You know? I do notice, so when you take off and you add full power, you see, I love the way they've done that. The tail at the back kind of flutters. It looks really cool as well. So, happy days. So are we climbing? We're climbing very slowly. Let's increase that to 2,000 feet a minute, or let's say 3. Because that would be a bit more realistic, wouldn't it? Fuel. Oh, we've got an imbalance of fuel. 3 tons, almost 4 tons there, and 8 tons there, total of 19 tons, I'm guessing. Could it be?
It's
19 tons? Am I reading that correctly?
It's 1,000 pounds, not tons.
It is pounds, yeah, thousands of pounds. That makes sense. That would make more sense. Yes, like you kind of think.
Yeah.
Even I was watching the video. Even the oxygen to test it. Look, I'm going to press the oxygen. You'll see a cross here. That's
how far they've taken it. How do we get at the mask though? Now, Colonel Click, I don't want to be a pilot anymore, an airline pilot, because I want to put the gas mask on and test it. Isn't that how they used to do it in the old days? You go, and you get a hit of oxygen.
Yeah.
It's so fun if you can have a bit of oxygen. So that's very... Look at the sound, you know. It's really very well done. What's this? Oh, they have a little red light here as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. All the details. You know, that is very impressive. Little cup holder for your coffee. What else do we have? Let's put some lights on. I like my lights. Oh, that's the circuit breakers in the back. That's the panel. All very impressive. Oh, 1,000 feet to go. There we go, 20,000 feet. Do we get any contrails yet? There is contrails in this aircraft. I don't think we're high enough though.
There's contrails with the aircraft.
There is, I know that for sure because I did that in the video. In my intro, I've only done the intro to the review. Now, you know, I'm doing a real big review this time, Colonel Clink. I'm taking my time now, right?
Yeah.
We'll climb higher and we'll get those contrails for you folks.
So, I decided I'm gonna climb to 25,000 feet.
I don't know what I could do to get the contrails. I could put some old humidity in the air and drop the pressure a bit. And some precipitation. Let's see if that gets us some contrails. No, I'd like to change the dew point and the temperature. Can you do that in Microsoft Flight Sim and get them very similar? Probably not. I won't waste time. Let's just go higher. Let's go to... I'm going to go to... no, let's go lower. I'm going to go to 30,000 feet. Oh. I know I'm going a bit off course. I'm going to get back on course now, folks. 31,000 feet will do. I just like those even numbers. There we go. 3,000 feet a minute. Right, so let's see where we are. Oh, I'm a little bit off course, so I could turn a little bit to the left. So that's the heading a bit to the left. Oh. There we go. That will do us. And that will take us a little bit closer in. We are, folks, if you're wondering where we are here. That is the... We're going into Canada now, aren't we?
We are in Canada.
We're in Canada, of course.
Nobody
I would
here,
like to go to
nobody there,
Canada and a flying... I'd like to go to Canada on a flying adventure, maybe one day. We have left Canada. So we're getting back on course a little bit. Let's put this over here on my other screen. And let's have a look at the comments and see what people are saying about the 737. Your center fuel pumps should be off now, I think. Good to know. Okay. Let's do that though. I don't know why. Center fuel tanks. I don't know why you switched them off. Oh god, I've got a lot of work to do. Center fuel tanks. I think I'll learn how to fly it with the FMC first. Center fuel tanks. Fuel system. Now, I should learn these buttons off. Is it control? Oh. Control. How much? 4, 5, 6. Control 6. Control 6 again does that. That's interesting. So control 6. I like this view. Let's go back to here. So fuel. That's navigation. Good. Interesting. Okay. We've got a fuel temperature. There is the fuel pumps there. Why is there low pressure on the left? So that I presume is for the center, I'm guessing. Let's turn that off. Here we have, that's electrics. Standby power. I don't know what that should be on. That should be on the generator, no? It should be generating power from the engines. Standby power. Okay, that's another day's work. Galley off.
Yeah, they don't eat food. This here's the standby power. We've got the ground power. Yeah, I understand what that is. There is the generator. Oh, so the generators are on. So they should be off for the APU. Oh, is that the generators for the APU? There and there. I'm going to crash now if I keep doing this. So that's the generators for the engine. So that's that is, I'm guessing. EGT is 0 for some reason. Oh, that's for the, that's of course for the turning on the APU. Okay, so that's APU's off. Wipers, we know what they are. Circuit breakers, there are the lights there. Equipment cooling. Interesting. Okay. Amber fire lights. Emergency exit lights. That'll be on. Or armed at least. Safety belt sign are off. What's this for? Chime only, off auto. Is that for smoking or something? I don't know. That's called the attendant. Where? Oh, that's a right wiper, left wiper. Okay, great. Down here, then we have icing, window heat, which should be on. That is on. Probe is on. Let's switch off the probe. Let's switch off the window heat. Off, 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 because we're going to get icing now. I'm going to try for icing. Wing icing is off, off, off. Electric. Those are the pumps. Are those the fuel pumps? That's hydraulic pumps. We need those on. Right. That happened to me there. I couldn't figure it out. Well, it wasn't working. It's PMDG. It's shit. It's not working. It was the pumps. Yeah. The cockpit voice recorder. This here appears to be for our cabin. Great. Up here, cabin temperatures. That looks like air conditioning. Here is our fuel here. Oh, no. That is your what's the word? The what is that? Tell me in the comments. I can't find a word for it. I know, Robert's saying the probe should be on at all times during flight. We're going to see how it's going to work when we get icing. That's why. It's all off. They're all off. We're going to get icing and see what happens. Producer Buttons is looking very concerned. Might kick off. These are the ram air, right? So that's, they need to be on. And then we have the, this is for your, no, we should have this to our altitude here. So we set to our 29,000. That's for your cabin pressure, and you just put it onto auto, it looks like, and you just forget about it, and the rest of the lights on the top. So that's a little bit of learning there, which is be a bit of fun. I watched the entirety of the let me just get my view back here where it should be. No, producer buttons is kicking off, folks. That's that sound you hear. Now let me see if I get the producer buttons calm, because you see this. Let's hope this is working. It's gonna look messy. This is what I have to put up with while we're in the cruise. Where is it? There we go. So as you can see, there is producer buttons about to kick off. Now the camera is kind of zoomed out. It's a cheapie, you know. Oh, so we'll see what happens with the little dog. Yeah, so a lot of learning involved here. What? Can you see in that camera? I don't think so, Colonel Clink.
Huh?
There we go. Now you can see the dog there. No, that camera's not working for me at all. That is going to be set up for when I get all this stuff working again, because it ain't working now for some reason. So let's get the other camera going. I'm just playing around with the cameras here. Producer buttons is kicking off. I wonder what that's about. There we go. So this is happening. That's what's happening there. So let's see where we are. Where's the map gone? Okay, so we've got a bit to go. I'm a little bit off course. I'm slowly getting back onto it there. So maybe I'll turn 2 or 3 degrees to the left. We're almost halfway there, folks. I'm going to increase the speed as much as I can. Producer buttons is most definitely kicking off. I can't go any faster.
How far do you have to go?
That's a good question now. And the FMC, well, we haven't programmed the FMC, so we're halfway there. So
bring the.
It does tell you, does it?
Yeah.
It does.
It's like to the next
ETA,
waypoint.
5 minutes.
I have 185 miles left.
Where does it say that?
Right. So if you go back.
Back where?
Click the back button. Bottom
This
left.
one here.
Bottom
Oh,
left.
here. Oh, ground speed's 490 knots and distance is 198 miles.
Yeah.
Producer buttons is demanding a treat.
So I'm a wee bit ahead of you there. I only have 181 miles to go to the next waypoint.
Okay. For those of you watching wondering what this is, just to fill you in, this is, if you do a search for GTN 750, it's free. And it's like the little VFR map. It's quite handy. Karen Klink just shared it with me today. It's free. Is that what you do? You just type in GTN 750 for Flight Simulator.
Search for PMS. So it's basically if you have an aircraft with a GTN 750. So that is that. For some bizarre cheating reason, you can bring it up even in a 737, and instead of the VFR map, it gives you the heading and all that sort of stuff, so you don't have to keep track on a piece of paper.
I'm being invaded by producer buttons here.
Oh,
producer buttons. Kick it off.
The buttons wants her for a treat.
Yeah, and she never gets a treat at this hour. It's only at 8 o'clock that you get a treat buttons.
I
Producer
know.
buttons. So let's get producer buttons a treat while we're in the cruise.
Yeah.
Let us do that.
It's like I'd say it's time for the in-flight service for producer buttons.
In-flight service is now coming up, producer buttons. I will leave you very briefly, folks, to go and get a treat for the dog, and to producer buttons distaste. I'm just going to delay that for a few seconds just to get my heading a little bit more. No. Come on. A little bit more on track. Okay, folks, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I want to, if you're on the comments there, let me know what you think of the flight simulator. Let me know will you just put in there if you're bothered, just put in. So when I come back, I want to read the comments. What you think of it? What bugs you've fixed? What solutions you found, if any, or if you have any bugs at all. Let me know. And producer buttons is going to get very angry. So we'll be back in about 2 seconds, folks. And we're going to land very quickly. Come on, let's go. Producer buttons. Alright. I'm back. In-flight service for producer buttons. Let us get the camera angles. It's very important. This is the highlight of the show, folks. Let's get the camera angle. God, I've got stuff all over the shop here. You should see the state of this room. Now, producer buttons. Can you jump again? No, I won't do that to you. There you go, producer buttons. There you go. That will keep her quiet. And we can get back to it's a bit of a long cruise, but where was I? Yeah, so that's what we're using. So we've got hit the back button, Geraldine said. So we've got only 169 miles to go. I think we might do some
There's nowhere on the way actually to land. You know? So let's have a look at the comments then. Right, so let's start with YouTube first. Vruden the Great says, I found the CTD fix. When it crashes, just restart it. No. In-car saying there's from earlier on when producer buttons was kicking off. Producer buttons speckish. 100%. Sergo Mara Quinn. By the way, Sergo, thank you for being a member on YouTube. I really appreciate it. He's always replying to Davo. He says, I'm in front of you in the red vertigo. Can you tell me what my call sign looks like? What video card is that? It looks fantastic, Vruden the Great says. What video card is that? Does it look fantastic? You know, it probably does. Now, I have to be honest with you. I was looking to get my hands on a 3080, right? A 3080 Ti graphics card. Because it was getting choppy and I was lucky enough to be able to get my hands on one. I've been trying for like 2 years. So, you're only seeing this in 1080p. Whereas I can see it in 4K. Ooh. So I just wanted things to run a little bit smoother. And I haven't tried VR in it yet. Oh, I have actually. I did when I first got the card. And it's great. It's really good for VR. So it's a 3080 Ti EVGA. A long time coming back. I wanted to get. I'm actually in the midst. I kind of started a video to show the difference between the 2080 Ti, the 3080 Ti, with all the updates for performance that Microsoft have done. So I'll get to that at some point when I finish the review for the 737 PMDG. So that's what that is. Let's just zoom in a little bit closer here. Are you happy now, producer buttons? I hope it looks smooth. Obviously, I hope it does. I'll see it in the replay anyway. So we're banging along here at top speed. Also, I'm not getting any contrails yet, though. We're obviously not. The atmosphere isn't there for it. I'm not getting any contrails. Back to the comments there. What's another coming in there? Vruden the Great says, I run VR off an Alienware with 3070, which is just as good, you know. 3090s is a waste of money, I think. I think it's an extra 500 quid or something when I looked, and you'll only get 2 or 3 frames a second in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Don't get it. You don't need a 3090. It's good for doing video editing and stuff like that, but I don't edit on PCs, and that's what the extra money is for. It's not going to make much of a difference under my research. Getting a 3090, 3080, 3070, happy days. Even a 2080 Ti is brilliant. I mean, I didn't need to change the 2080 Ti at all. It was purely luxury, you know. Let's have a look then at the comments in Twitch. Go away. What's that? Let's just go. No, I didn't want that to happen. There we go. I'll start at the bottom. Producer buttons has check the fuel tank grip, crossfeed is necessary. Oh, Robert Times, you're brilliant. So I'm going to come back to that, right? Because I'll learn something from you. It's the liquid. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? How are you finding PMDG's baby? It's going to be challenging because it's a very involved aircraft. I did get somewhere with the Zebo mod on X-Plane, and I kind of stopped them when Microsoft Flight Simulator came out. But I think it's very, very involved. A few frustrating bugs, though. There are a few frustrating bugs, but I think I've managed to fix them. Because I was thinking, the gear wouldn't go up, and but once we all know it's easy fixed, we can fix it now. So it's history. So, but wow, it is. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, the graphics are absolutely top notch, and I know they're only going to improve it. And by the way, I think they're going to have more stuff in the cabin, and there's going to be weather radar and so on and so forth. So, like always in flight simulators,
a work in progress. But at least I was very frustrated with the gear not working properly. But at least that's fixed now. I've got an idea about that. So there's always bugs. I just have to live with it. But it's I'm very impressive. So much so I want to get back into flying this again now. So yeah, it's top notch. I mean, top notch. Where am I gone now? Let's just read Robert's comment. I'm going to try and get icing now in a minute. Oh yeah, crossfeed. Okay, I'm going to do that. Check a few on the left tank. Okay, I'm going to do that, Robert. Give me a second. Okay, great. I'm going to read over Robert's comments. We've got quite a few there. 6 knots is with us. Thank you. And I read up to that. 6 knots helped out. Johnny F73, press the AP button on your Bravo. Is there another button on the Bravo?
Yeah, it's on the right, the autopilot on the Bravo over the flaps lever.
Oh, is that working?
Don't know.
Oh, yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, but the lights aren't on because I reinstalled the Bravo software because you have to do that for the... Oh yeah, it is working, but the light isn't working on it, but I actually just reinstalled the Bravo software and that ain't working. Because the only reason you have to reinstall, I believe, the Bravo software is for the lights, isn't it, Colonel Crank?
Yeah.
But everything else is working on it. Is the heading? Yes, the heading's working on it. Great.
Well, the lights are working as well, but the autopilot.
I just can't see them.
No, it doesn't seem to be working, the autopilot light. But no,
but
saying
that he was referring to when I couldn't stop the sound, I think.
Saying that it's like the whatchamacallit, most of the functions which are there don't work directly as well with the PMDG implementation, which is fine. Once you know.
You could say you'd be a little bit annoyed that they released it knowing that was the problem. There was problems. You could say that. You could say that because I would have had the review out days ago. I would have had, and I just took my time up and it annoyed me. I just read from John Filton says, I've also read and set active on release instead of on push, but that didn't seem to make a difference. John Fitton, yes, the same with me, and that damn spam again is back. I'll just remove that.
Worked for me like a champ.
It did. It didn't work for me, but what I checked was, just if you may have just joined us, John, go into if you're having problems with either the flaps, the gear, or the speed brake, okay, and you've done all that stuff that you've been told about the controls of having the binding for, what was it called, active. I lost the comment there. Anyway, just check, go in here, right, go to menu, just because you may have just PMDG setup, go to aircraft, go to failures, and you'll see here I'll have active issues, and for me it's been hydraulics. So what I did was I went back and I said, where was it? Failures, all systems, and I did maintenance, and I had service all, and that fixed it for me. And that was the end of that, and I was glad of that. So that's what that was. Windage says that he's heard that the Bravo lights are hit and miss on third-party planes. Yeah, I mean, the gear works fine and everything else. Everything works fine and everything else, but when this came out, it was problems. John Whittle says he's reinstalled the Bravo software a few times, but the lights never seem to go on. They did for me at one point. They've got to do their work as well, you know. They've got to... I don't know what they've done. It's a mixture between the usual Microsoft, PMDG, and Honeycomb probably, and they need to communicate. That's all. Keep it simple.
Well, it's like with everything, but there should be, if there would be something where they're all using the same stuff.
Yeah, just use yeah, exactly. Gear up is gear up. Gear down is gear down. I don't want to hear this nonsense, but you should center it, and that's causing technical problems. This is, I've heard, I won't say who it was, but, experiment, and I'm going, I paid...
It's nonsense.
€70 not to experiment with trying to get things working, I want to learn how to fly the PMDG, you know. So there you go. I'm just going through all the comments here and removing that spam, folks. Sorry about that. Yeah, she keeps coming back. So great. There is pretty much most of the comments. Let's go back to, we'll see both comments here. So we're on a nice long cruise here.
Yeah.
If we're doing this again, we might do, you know, crazy madness with the short runways, Colonel Clink.
Yeah.
You know, just go from one to the other.
Hang on, you haven't landed yet.
I know. There is, I think that's TCS Ducks, I'm guessing, on the... I've got an escort, folks. I've got an escort. I bet you that's TCS Ducks. And I've got to play DCS World.
No.
TCS Ducks.
See? It's like I don't want to say it out loud, but DCS Ducks has a better chance to land where we're going than you do.
Possibly. I've got no contracts, but it does work, because I have it in my review. It's just the ambient air here, I don't know.
Yeah, must be that, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get that camera working again, so we're going to be coming into land soon. Camera reset. Sorry about the noise there. Let's get the old camera reset here so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, it's all over the shop. Let's extend it a bit. Yeah, I think you can see what I'm doing there roughly. Can you get any contrails yet? No contrails for Gripperson. But they do work. I've had it on. It's been great. It looks really good. Right, so we are coming up to our... I need to turn right a little bit. We have we're doing 490 knots ground speed there, folks. And the map's telling us we have 71 nautical miles to go, Colonel Clink.
I have 58 miles to go. And that is for the turning point. And then comes the fun part.
Oh, we're going to fly low in the valley.
Well, ish, yeah.
Let's do that.
You have to get down there.
Yeah, let's pay attention to Robert Times.
There's not really like a long straight approach, like, you know.
Robert Times, good to know. If FO master condition side has different warnings than the FO side, so it couldn't hurt to check out the FO side as well before clearing the warning. Your center fuel pumps should be off. Okay, check your fuel tank in the left tank. Now this is what I need to learn. How do I check my fuel levels? So here I'm guessing now. That's hydraulics. Engine. Okay, that's hydraulics and engine. So how do I check the fuel? Where do I check the fuel? Switch this guy to something else. How do I select the fuel systems? I'm going to start descending, I think. I'm going to descend gently down to 20,000 feet. I'm just guessing. Any ideas, Colonel Clinker, where the fuel indications are for?
Not really.
Keep an eye on the chat here and see. Robert says the EFIS middle screen yellow numbers. EFIS middle screen. Oh, here is that it? Is that just that little bit for the fuel, though, Robert Times? Is that just that's all we get? Okay, it's an imbalance. But what about the right, left, and centre tanks? What's in each one of those?
Well, mine is fairly balanced. My centre tank is nearly empty.
But how do you know it's your centre? So what am I reading here? It says imbalance of 5.3, config 3. I don't know what that is.
Left, centre, and right. No.
Well, then my right I've got 7, and my left I've got 5, and the centre. Okay, if that stands to logic, okay,
Then I need to cross-feed, as Robert thought. He says yes. So it's that simple. Okay. I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? So let's feed fuel from the right to the left. Okay, if I always said if I learn one thing per flight, that's a good going. Now, so I'm going to pay attention to Robert. Robert says cross-feed at the overhead. Right, so... no, it's 4 or 5 or something. No, 6. There we go. So, fuel. So if I knew this, my eyes would go directly to where I should be going. Navigation. Oh, here we go. Right. Let's get that nice view in. I think it's this one. No. Yes.
So.
Let me see if I guess the logic. I know, Robert, I'm not looking at the comments. I want to see if I get it right this time. Let's think if I can have the logic. Right, so there's no cross-feed on, but I want to feed... No. I'll read your comments. Switch. Round switch. Is that it? I thought there was more to it. That's it. Valve's open. Oh, the fuel pumps have to switch on. So I switch on... In that case, if I'm going from left to right, I'm going to switch on the left fuel pump, like here. No, that's low pressure now. Round switch above fuel pumps. Okay, we've done this. So the valve is open. Oh, how do I cross-feed at that? Would I say boom here?
Oh, you want the left fuel pump on now?
So if I switch off, those are for the center tank. Okay. So these are right and left then. Okay. So just switch them off if you have any fuel in the center.
So no.
It's 3.7 in the center. But I want to fit. I want to go from left tank to right tank. So what's the logic there? So we'd switch off the pumps on the left then, Colonel Clink. No? Is that?
Try that.
Let's see if it increases. I thought we could cross-feed across to here. It's depleting the right tank only. No, hang on, it says... That should work, Robert says. So, this is the imbalance. This is the right and left tanks, I'm guessing. Right, it's a config here. So what I'm doing then, Robert, is I'm not cross-feeding, I'm just burning from the right fuel tank. Is that right? Is that increasing? Let me see here now. Watch it one more time. It's 3.70. Oh, it is filling up. Okay, so it's now... It's now cross-feeding. That's a little bit of investigation, isn't it? So it's that simple?
Oh, it's a
switch off the one that I don't want to use.
It's a center which fills up now.
Well, it's not giving me, as far as I can see here, if you can see what I'm seeing, Colonel Clink. Right? This is the imbalance from the right and left. What's the center tank? Where do I see the fuel for the center tank? I thought that'd have a kind of a diagram, you know? So if that's the imbalance, I'm guessing that's the right and that's the left. So center pumps should be off at 2,000 pounds or 1,000 kilograms, I think. Okay. I don't know what's in them. Oh, center tank is the middle.
Yeah.
So that is the center tank then. And it's just saying it's an imbalance. You know, that's just saying the left tank is an imbalance. That's all that's saying. It's not saying it's an imbalance of 5. It's saying it's an imbalance. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you, Robert. So the center tank is the middle yellow numbers is the center tank. Great.
Okay. So that also says it somewhere else. Let's go to menu FMC. Usually you get warnings down here somewhere if you have the legs option open, I think. That's to do with the nav, I think. Where's the Tony? So I wonder at what point there's an imbalance, you know, what should the difference be? Well, like, we got double difference here, so I think in our little aircraft, if it's over, depending on the airplane, you know, if it's over 3 gallons sometimes on the right to the left, then, you know, you should have them a bit more even. So that's it. Cool. Then you could turn center on again. Why does it say low pressure? Oh no, it's only, yeah, okay, because we're off. Great. Great. So that's as simple as that. It can't be. Can't be. I thought there'd be more to the fuel system than that, but I suppose simplicity is the art of sophistication, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because once you know what everything, it seems to me, once you kind of know by experience of looking up stuff, I know it looks complicated and scares the shit out of you, but once you know each item, and then once you know where your eyes are to go to do stuff, you know, you get very handy at this. You know? Oh, I forgot to turn. Turning. That looks the heading to me of 080. I'm going to start descending now. So that's 080. And we want to descend now. We go to
Bella Coola.
15,000 feet.
Oh, no. There's that. No, I descend straight away to 12,000 feet.
What's the height of Bella Coola?
177 feet.
Oh, so it's almost ground level.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was busy talking and I went past the waypoint, and now I'm fecking well here.
That's okay.
I'm not too far off, actually. It's
That's
not like
okay.
it's miles away. So Charlie Anchor Bravo Delta, and I have downloaded the scenery for Bella Coola, free in flightsim.to.
So you might see me levitating because I happen to have the payware of that version.
Oh, well, there's a payware version. I got the free version.
But I have one, yeah. It was before it was on flightsim.to.
That now I need heading west. Sorry, east. What am I saying? West. East. I'm going to go straight in. I can't go any faster. Is there any way I can go faster? Is there any way I can get that VNE without going higher? Now we're going to come down. The air's going to get thicker. We're going to start over speeding. So I'll just take the speed down as it starts sounding. Let's descend now a little bit faster. Let's descend at 1,200 feet a minute. Here's everyone in front of me, of course. Mountainous areas. Let's mention a few peeps. Seeing as you can see all the... Let's increase the camera and say hello to peeps. I'm just going to get the speed going. I know I'm moving back and forth there. I'm just trying to get the camera. Now, so, we have... Anyone behind us? Anyone there behind us? Let's say hello to everybody. Now remember, folks, if you just joined us, you can friend me on Microsoft Flight Sim and Gripper Sim, first of all. And we stream every Sunday, 2100 hours, 9 o'clock in the evening, Irish UK time. And you're welcome to join us. We've got a Discord as well, if as any moderators are popping on there, or asked to be, and I'll accept it. So it's all free. I just accept everything. So who have we got? We have DCS Ducks, who's going to teach me DCS World one day on the FA-18, which is my favourite aircraft. DCS Ducks, welcome as always. Goofy RS, Goofy RS is flying the Tomcat as well, but I can't see it because I didn't pay for it. We've got Luby Bacco. I don't think he's with us though. And Tango, definitely Tango's with us. There's Tango there, off miles away. We also have Tech 049. Welcome, Tech. We've got Aaron is back now. Aaron 963. There's Shady Sim and KGS&P. They obviously decided to land at that airfield, which is, they're probably bored. The cruise, you know. There they are. We also have Vruden Vranks and the VF-35. We also have the big bunch up here. We got Nighthawk. I'll read from left to right. Raptor is with us. Raptor, thank you. I didn't respond to your email. I was busy today, and then I came on here, but I will certainly. Lieutenant Barn, the king of liveries. Lieutenant Barn, welcome once again. He's on the 737 as well. Let's just do a fly past Lieutenant Barn. Where is he? Oh, it hasn't loaded yet. Oh, he's invisible. Is he Wonder Woman? He's invisible, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't loaded in. They're Microsoft typical. We also have, I said from left to right, Raptor, Windage, Echo Bravo Bravo, Sierra Yankee 2. We got Nighthawk down low, and the Airbus. It's not picking up the aircraft for me now, Colonel Clink. I'm very sad. We got Windage at Equinus Evolved, I think, with Johnny F and a few others. PJ Orr, welcome. There's Colonel Clink. No, not a lot's with us. ARH64 CDN's with us. That Gun 007, Skydiver, and I think I've mentioned to all of you, except some of you are all bunched up. But unfortunately, Colonel Clink, I can't see anyone's airplanes.
No, you can't see all the airplanes.
Probably too far away. I'm too far away.
But what I'm doing here, as well as I descend now into the valley, I also slow down to get more authority in the turns. So
yes.
you're slower, so you can turn in a smaller space.
Are you flying in the valleys like a lunatic? I think I'll do that as well.
Oh yeah, like I'm getting down here now. So I'm at 10,000 feet. So
I'm disengaging.
I'm deciding now. No, that is the airspeed.
Set button.
So 38 degrees.
So,
and I want to go down to, let's say, 4,000 feet now.
And of course, I'm overspeeding now, so I need to. I'm going to get rid of the auto throttle.
And then
speed brakes.
I still have the auto throttle on.
I like the speed brakes. These please me. I love the way they work. They've done a really good animation here in PMDG. If I hit the C button here and see the way they just like in the real world. Now they don't deflect all the way up. The slower you go, the more they deflect. Because think of the wind rushing past. It looks brilliant. Really, really well done. Let's keep them out. I wonder if there are return flops. No, I don't think so. So let's zoom in my VFR chart here. You see, you can't slow these down. Fuel. We still got a fuel warning here. So let's see if they're balanced here in any way, shape, or form. Oh, speed brakes in the way. 5 at 6 now, so it's slowly beginning to even up. So I'll keep an eye on that. We're overspeeding again. See, you just can't come down in this. Everything you can do is hold the nose level a little bit. Slow down. Maybe I can get down quicker if I were to do something like... So, flaps 1, I have to be 250 knots. So let's slow down to 250 knots. So I've taken all the power off. Oh, now I've taken all the power off. I'm going to keep it level till we get to 250 knots. Well, and then we're going to start. We're going to start with 10 flaps, and that'll slightly slow us down. The gear, actually, the gear speed. Extend 270. Retract 235, so extend 270. Oh, we can lower the gear, that'll slow us down. Gear coming down. That'll slow us down. I'm catching up with Curtin Clink now, folks. This is going to be a serious VR landing.
Because Colonel Clink is slowing down.
I'm going to get there before yet. So VFR flight, folks. We're in Canada. To show you our position here, I'm using this map. It's free. Just search GTN 750 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and you can just download it for free or pay for it if you want to. So that's what I'm using to navigate. I'm not doing any fancy stuff today. It just kept crashing on me. I didn't want any crashes. So I've trimmed all the way nose back now. Am I? Oh, the screen isn't activated. No, I'm good. So 10 flaps. A little bit soon. I know, a little bit soon. A little bit soon. Oh, that breaks immersion. Sorry, folks. No! No! There we go. So gears are slowing us down. I'll take the gear back up. We're flying it like we stole it now. Here's what's happening. I robbed the airplane, and we're getting under radar. Let's say I robbed it from Russia. Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of planes sitting in Russia, Colonel Clegg.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these leasing companies, actually, I've discovered, they're going, can we fly our aircraft back, please? Because you're not paying us. And they're going, no. Tough. We're keeping your airplanes, mates. Because of all the, you know, all the sanctions. And they go, no, we're not giving your airplane back. So I'd say they're trying to get into Russia to steal them back. Okay, great. We can take our gear back up now. Flaps can come back up. And we're coming in and we're going to land it, fly it like we stole it. I have the recorder still on. And a matter of fact, I didn't show you, damn, the landing after the break because I thought it was a really good landing. But it's still recording. Maybe I'll show you both towards before we quit, Colonel Clink, okay? So what time is it now? It's now 23:10 or something. What's going on here? Right, we're back. Get used to that sound, folks. We're going, we're flying like we stole it. I still want to. I shouldn't have taken the flaps. I'll leave flaps 10. We're not using ILS, visual only. There we go. Keep it under 250. Decluttering. Yeah, I'm going to have a time slowing this down. I'm quite high. Setting the QNH with 3,300 feet. And descending. So I'm going to lower another stage of flaps. Just keep the nose level, get the speed down. And the next flaps is 250 actually. Flaps at 2. And 250 for 5 degrees. 5 degrees of flaps coming down. 10 degrees is 200 knots, isn't it? 210. 210 knots. So let's get to 210 knots. Oh, I see the airfield. We're way too high and way too fast. More flaps coming down. Gear is down. No lights. Can I slow down in time? But this is the big thing with these, I believe, in reality. That's a bit of too much overspeed there. I've got the speed brake. Everything's out. Okay, you don't need to sound that anymore now. I think we just sorted that out. What does that sound for? Let's stop that crossfeed.
Stop. We just about made it before the trees.
I'm not going to make it. I'm going to have to do a downwind. I'm taking some of the flaps up. So I'm going to come way over to the right. I'm going too fast. That noise is saying what?
It's like it gave me everything: terrain and sink rate and terrain and pull up and whatnot.
Yeah.
Ah, brilliant.
That buzzing noise is very annoying. How do I stop that? Stopped. Now this is how these aircraft should be flown. I'd say, you know... Oh, it's not working there. Let's just keep it level. 1,300 feet. There's everybody down already.
I needed a wee bit of extra runway.
I'm going to land as short as I can. I'm going a bit too slow here. I'm going to stall now in a second. I'm going to stop that. There we go. So everything's off. Autopilot's off. Autopilot's off. I can confirm that. There is a way of stopping that terrain sound. I think you've got to be configured properly.
I have no idea.
Who have we got here to tell us? Let's see what you're saying. Oh, it's the gear. Of course. Thank you, Phil. Let's put the gear down. It's the gear. How dumb of me. I took the gear up. Okay, so I'm reckoning a 140 knots. We'll see what I get. So I'm going to turn sharply now. Add a bit of power. I want my Toby to work. Let me take my glass out of the way. It's right in front of it. Let's activate the Toby. It's a bit high up in my seat.
What's happened here now?
More flaps. More full flaps. No, it's the wrong way. Oh, it's just a bit hazed over. I want to leave a little bit of power on. Brakes are still out. I want to get more flaps down and fast. I want full flaps. I want to stop as short as possible. Come on, give me full flaps. Come on. That's off. Auto brake. Up to max. There's the runway. Decluttering. More flaps. All the way down. And we're going to get some buzzing sounds here. We're really close between, you see the tapes there. We've got the overspeed and we've got the stall. We're going to get closer together. We're now at 126 knots. And maybe 120 will do. I've still got good authority over the ailerons. Can I come down to 100 knots? Really? Can I? Can it be done? Let's come back to 110. I want to leave some engine power on because they take a while to speed up, don't they? Oh, it's getting very sloppy now. Adding a little bit of power. It's very pitchy. Less is more on the controls. Gear is down, yeah. Let's get it down now. Firm landing, Ryanair landing. Firm landing. Reverse thrust, nose forward, loose. Let's not stop it very quick. It's not like flying a light aircraft at all. There we go. That's enough thrust. So there you go. That was a serious thump. Let's come off the runway for the others. No, it's not taxiing very well. At all. I'll have to go on the grass. Yeah, it's doing that weird thing and it hasn't done that before. With the taxiing. No. Go on. Turn. Come on. Anyway, these aircraft aren't supposed... We look at the size of the taxiway compared to the aircraft. I mean, what do I expect, you know?
This is not really designed for a 737.
No. No. It's not. I didn't have those taxi problems the last time, but I think... Yeah, it's doing a weird thing. I've got full right rudder on now. It's not taxiing. Anyway, it's probably something to do with the steering tiller. Let's deactivate this and let's have a look at the replays of the 2 landings. I did. So let's stop the recording and replay. So I'm going to pause the replay. Now, nothing's going to show up as it actually happened. Like, the gear might be up because it doesn't record the gear. It doesn't record the flaps. You know, there's a lot of stuff not recorded. So it's going to go crazy. Let's resume the replaying and hop outside quickly first so we get that nice view. Boom. Boom. And resume replay. There we go. There's the speed brakes. Very nicely modeled. Look at that. I would like to see later. Is that flutter there? It looks great though. You know, it really does look super. I love the wing nuts. Interesting because in the old days, what they're for, by the way, is drag goes to the wingtips. That's keep it simple. And they're trying to reduce the drag. But the problem was adding the wingtips meant adding more weight, which, you know, negated the effect. But now they're carbon fibre. They're not made of steel. I don't think they're made of some much lighter kind of materials, so they can do it now. I love landing with full flaps. They aren't full flaps there at all. There's a bit of wing flex there for you folks. I had the brakes on. Oh, I didn't take the brakes off my last landing. That's why they're up now. Let's see the wing flex on landing. Let's zoom right in here. I was a little bit late. Oh, no, was I? No, not really. No. Ooh, it does animate in the recording. Thank you. On the center line, pretty much. Yeah, on the center line. It looks great, though, doesn't it? So that was the first landing. On the center line. Not so bad considering. Let's not talk about the ILS. Let's pause that and move on to the next landing, the final landing, folks. This was the thumper. Wings flexing now, look at that. This was the go around. I was turning. Oh, here we go. Right, so from here. Let's get a bit closer. There we go. Resume replay. Oh no, hang on. Oh, we're downwind only here. Let's go forward a bit more, folks. That's no good. You'll be watching that all day. Resume replay. Here we go. So, the last landing. I was too high and too fast, but I slowed it down eventually. Flying the commercial ones after talking to people, can't get it slowed down. You got to be on the ball, you know. Slow the whole aircraft down, so they might miss. Sometimes they might miss their descent and they're a little bit late. It's a bit of a challenge for new people. There's the full flaps now. I'd like a bit of flex on the flaps later on. Sometimes you can see it out the window. The flaps kind of vibrate a little bit. Because think of the force. I love the way. Look at that now. It's not using the ailerons anymore. It's using the lift bumpers to turn. Because we're going so slow. Look, one's up and one is down. Now they're both up. Here we go. Here we go. This is a thumper now. I want to see some wind flex. This is a real Ryanair job. You get that camera angle. Here we go. Oos. Oh, I would have smashed the nose gear, I think. Do you think? Great. I love the reverse. Look at the detail of the engine inside. That is very well done. Let's have one more look at that to see the gear animation as well. Let's pause that and just go back to the very beginning of the landing, just before we touch down. So we'll see the reverse of the gear animation. There we are. Oos. Boom. So we landed in... Yeah. I think we can get that in our... What's our favourite little place that I couldn't add the last time, Curtin Clink? Was it Saba? Saba. I'll get this into Saba one day. I want to do a video on this, on landing in crazy short field landings after my review. So I will probably get to that. So, you know, there you go, folks. That is this week. Time went very quick. It's 23:20 something now, isn't it? 23:32. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Let me just have a quick look at the comments there. Well, some noses were smashed in any case. Yes, the nose gear probably collapsed on that one. You burst the tires at least. I did. Johnny F says you burst the tires in the 737. Maybe that happened. GPWS buttons are below the co-pilot's displays. Landing gear is up. Terrain. Okay, you're telling me that I had... Yeah, that was... Thank you, Pale. That was... What's that sound for? The gear was up. Thank you very much. What are you saying on YouTube there in the last few comments? Carl Darren is saying, I can't pronounce your last name, I'm using vSearch and FlightSim.to for flight recorder. That's what I use. There's another one that I think's been much improved. I could try that one out, but it's flight recorder. It doesn't always record, like, I was surprised there because it recorded the lift dumpers and the reverse thrust and everything very well. It doesn't always do that. So that's what I'm using for the recorder. FlightSim.to, and it's free. Rudin the Great, a good pilot touches the gear down and gently transfers the weight from the wings to the gear. Well, yes, you're absolutely right. You know, but I didn't do that because we're flying by Kelowna Intl today. What else? Andrew Cunningham, thank you very much for being a member, Andrew. I know with some aircraft it won't turn with full deflection on the rudder. Yeah, that's happening to me in taxi. Andrew is also saying check your landing. Everyone's going, you're landing here, that's what the sound is. Okay, I understand. I know, I understand. I understand. So everybody, thank you very much. I do hope to stream during the week. And I it's normal, you know, like I did with the Airbus. I'm gonna see, you know, because some of you are really helping out and teaching me stuff and things. Certainly Robert Tynes, thank you very much, and many others. First time chat from Phil Gear. Oh yeah, thanks Phil. Do let me know if there's something like the sound or something you don't like and all that kind of stuff. So Colonel Clink, are you still with us? Have we lost Colonel Clink? I think we may have.
No,
oh, he's here.
Still here. Yeah.
Just on mute. So that was great fun. Thank you for everyone. We have a few new people there, P or J. I know this Goofy's with us a while. Renewable Drop is new. So thank you very much, folks. Every Sunday, 2100 hours. I will put out the odd video. This time when I do the videos, I'm not going to put myself under any pressure. It's ready when it's ready. Because on YouTube they go, you have to have it at the same time every week, otherwise it's no good. I'm not doing that anymore. I want good videos. I don't want to be rushed, you know. Like the 737 was delayed for that review for various reasons, and I'm not going to freak out over it. I'll just do them as time warrants, because otherwise they're going to be shit quality. you know, and rushed. Ooh, what's that? Wilco. Greetings. Who's Wilco? Is that Jack? Is Jack Wilco? I can't remember. But there you go, folks. Thank you very much for following the madness. Hopefully next time it'll be during the week and I'll be doing a flight from A to B and we learn some stuff and I'll learn stuff from you and vice versa. And I hope you all have a good week this week. The sun's coming. The summer's coming thick and fast. And it's absolutely here. The weather in Ireland, which is usually bad, is actually pretty darn good. So thank you very much, folks. I hope you had good fun. I hope I can teach you when I learned something about the 737. And there you go, Colonel Clink. Maybe I'll convince you.
The what now?
Maybe I'll convince you to do a bit of 737 flying.
Yeah, right.
Well, when the ATR comes out, we'll do lots of that. So, Colonel Clink, thank you very much for the flight plan. It was brilliant, once again.
Well, I hope everybody had fun with this, and we'll see you next week.
Folks, we'll see you next week. Get a good night's sleep. The 737, yeah, that's from PJR. He says the 737 looks good. It is. It's very good. I'm very delighted with it. It's going to be great. A few bugs that pissed people off. It certainly did me the first few days. But look, I'm going to live with it. Let's not get all upset and negative. It is what it is. No, I don't mean it is what it is. But look, we'll get through it. Folks, Colonel Clink, I'll see you next Sunday.
Bye now.
Bye.